My name's Mary Penny, and this is my extra credit opportunity for Miss Saylor's 4th period class. This extra credit, I was told to pick from the U.S Constitution 4 different articles and explain why it impacts my life.
First, I'm going to start with Article 2, Section 1. 1. The executive power shall be vested in a President of the United States of America. He shall hold his office during the term of 4 years, and together with the Vice President chosen for the same term be elected as follows. 2. Each state shall appoint in such manner as the legislature therefore may direct a number of electors equal to the whole number of senators and representatives to which the state may be entitled in the Congress, but no senator or representative or person holding an office of trust or profit under the United States shall be appointed an elector. 3. The elector shall meet in the representative states and vote by ballot for 2 persons, in whom one at least shall not be an inhabitant of the same states with themselves. And they shall make a list of all the persons voted for, and the number of votes for each, which list they shall sign and certify and transmit sealed to the seat of the government of the United States, directed to the President of the Senate. The President of the Senate shall, in the presence of the Senate and the House of Representatives, open all the certificates, and the votes shall then be counted. The person having the greatest number of votes shall be the President, if such number be a majority of the whole number of electors appointed, and there be more than one who have such a majority, and have an equal number of votes. Then the House of Representatives shall immediately choose by like manner choose the president. But in choosing the president, the votes shall be taken by states, the representation from each state having 1 vote. The quorum for this process shall consist of the members or members from 2/3 of the states, and a majority of all the states shall be necessary to a voice. In every case, after the choice of the president, the person having the greatest number of votes of the electors shall be the vice president. But if there should remain 2 or more having equal votes, the Senate shall choose from them by the ballot the vice president. 4. The Congress may determine the time of choosing the electors and the day on which they shall give their votes, which day shall be the same throughout the United States. 5. No person except a natural-born citizen or a citizen of the United States at the time of the adoption of this Constitution shall be eligible to the office of President. Neither shall any person be eligible to that office who shall not have attained to the age of 35 years old, and then be 14 years a resident within the United States. 6. In case of removal of the President from office, or of his death, resignation, or inability to discharge the powers and duties of the said office, the same shall devolve on the Vice President, and the Congress may by law provide for the case of removal, death, resignation, or inability, both of the President and Vice President, declaring what officer shall then act as President, and such officer shall act accordingly until the disability be removed or a President shall be elected. 7. The President shall, at stated times, receive for his services a compensation which shall neither be increased nor diminished during the period for which he shall have been elected, and he shall not receive within that period any other emolument from the United States or any of them. 8. Before he enter on the execution of his office, he shall take the following oath of affirmation. I do solemnly swear or affirm that I will faithfully execute the office of the President of the United States and will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States.
This impacts my life because it states that, I want a president that's gonna abide by the rules and want to stay president, not someone like, say, the Queen of England. She just wants to become president of the United States. I wouldn't want that, because she is bound to England and she is from England, and she might do something to the United States to disrupt our community and make sure that England gets the better. England gets something better, and she starts giving stuff from the United States to England, and then we get in more debt and more debt. And I may not agree with the president we have now, or just, that's my opinion, but we shouldn't have a president that's not gonna be loyal. And our president now, he is from the United States, he has lived here, he knows what's going on, and he is loyal. Also, I like the voting thing, because you don't want someone to pay their way to presidency and then just be a horrible president. And I feel like people have done that and just secretly paid their way to presidency, but they also done it by people's votes and people wanting them to be president. And that's how our last president and presidents before have won, and I'd like to stick to it. Also, I like the oath on Section 8, or the 8th one of Section 2, 1. I like it because you're not just gonna become president and not want to be loyal to America and the U.S. Doesn't matter what state you're in, really. You just want to be loyal to them, and you take an oath and you promise to do whatever it takes, and you're voted in. So it's not just like you're there. No one likes you. People may not agree with you, but you're still the president, and you're still gonna make us want to make America in a better place. And each state has an equal vote. So like in the past, bigger states or smaller states got different votes, but because of the House of Representatives and the executive branch, it makes sure that each state gets a normal number of votes and they're all equal. So no state feels like Connecticut versus California. Like if California got better votes than Connecticut, then Connecticut's just not going to want to do anything. They're just going to feel like an under person that doesn't have any rights. But we want everyone to have equal rights and everyone to be loyal. The next article I chose was Article 4, States Relations, and I chose Section 4. The United States shall guarantee to every state in this union a republican form of government, and shall protect each of them against invasion, and on application of the legislator or of the executive when the legislator cannot be convened against domestic violence. This relates to me and affects my life because I don't want to be stuck. I don't want to be scared of being stuck in a state because people are getting attacked there, and some other countries invading one particular state, and I don't want to be scared that I have to flee to another state because that one state is going to be attacked and no one's helping it. So I like that everyone, the United States is actually united, and because of the Constitution, because of this article in the Constitution, it makes sure that every single state will be protected the same, no matter how big, how small, how rich, how poor, and I think that's important. This is Article 1, Legislative Branch, and Section 9. The migration or importation of such persons as any of the states now existing shall think proper to admit shall not be prohibited by the Congress prior to the year 1808 or 1808, but a tax or duty may be imposed on such importation not exceeding $10 for each person. Impact my life because it kind of has something to do with like slavery, because in 1808 they completely abolished, well, not slavery in its whole, but bringing slaves here and bringing people for money and to sell, and I just don't think that's right. And as a person of mixed race, I do not like the fact that you're bringing people who aren't Caucasian here to the United States to use them for work and use them for money, and I just don't think that's right, and it's not okay, and it affects my life because if someone were to still do that, then I wouldn't be okay with it, and that's not okay. And slavery is not okay in the whole, and bringing people to America for selling whatever, like it doesn't matter what kind of slave or what you do if you're brought to America, it just isn't right. Now, if you're coming here as a citizen, then to start a new life, then that's totally okay. But someone else bringing you for money, that's not. And I just don't support it. Article 3, Judicial Branch, Section 1. The judicial power of the United States shall be vested in one Supreme Court, and in such inferior courts as the Congress may from time to time ordain and establish. The judges both of the Supreme and inferior courts shall hold their offices during good behavior, and shall at stated times receive for their services a compensation which shall not be diminished during their continuance in office. It affects my life kind of because if I ever went to court or a family member, I would want them to have I would want them to be there because they need help or they did something wrong and they want to fix it, and not because they're trying to get out of something, but because they genuinely feel like they want to fix it. And if something did, like a lawsuit, like they're putting a lawsuit, I believe they would want the best, and they would want people who's not gonna have a bias and like choose the other person because they know them. And yeah, I just feel like the judicial branch does that, and it makes everyone equal and have the same opportunity. Featuring me 2 days later. Anyway, yeah, thanks for watching, Miss Sailors or Miss Teacher Net. I don't know. And yeah, I hope I get credit because this is 10 minutes long. Not starting to say anything, but I worked hard. But thanks, and thanks for watching, and thanks. Let me know how you like it. Bye. Aww.